We don't have too much time. I haven't done a Zoom presentation in a while. I totally forgot. Let's do this again, guys. Let's do this again. So look at this level. This is WTI. These are the trades I'm running. By the way, I took out about 9,000 of the other account and started another one here because the other one was just too quick profits, and we don't want that. I don't want people expecting massive returns on those copy trading, on that copy trading account. Anyway, so I locked in the profit here. You see, there it is, 24 euros. I moved the stop loss in. Now, pay attention to this level here. You see this spike and the straight line on the Dow chain channel. If we go back in time, you see this level here. That's a pretty important level. Oh. Okay. Okay. Boom. Utah. Okay. So there is a rejection level there. Then there's another one right here. Follow the mouse right there. And then here we have a final support. You see that? So at the break of this, I'm going to be looking to start compounding this. Now my take profit is 120% of top. You see the top? Look right there to the bottom here. There's the 120. That's where my take profit is. Now my second position to compound this manually, I can turn this baby on here, and it's going to do it. It's going to do its work by itself. But because I want to be more in control of this and not have a specific pip ratio on opening and compounding these trades, what I want to do is do this manually myself. Meaning my second trade is going to be smaller. For example, look at this. Smaller. And then I'm going to have my stop loss, let's say here. Right? And if I move this down here, you see it doesn't make sense for me to open 0.3. But if I make this even smaller, now I can have a much wider stop loss in case a retest occurs of this white zone. And check this out. So 88 lost here, 83 won there. So that means I have to make it even smaller. Generally, you want to go 50% less just to be able to do this properly. But because we're too close to each other, that means I would have to go basically like this, 0.2. And then if I open here and move this up here, now I've got something to play with. You see 83 profit, and then the loss is 67, which means no matter what, I'm making a profit. But I'm increasing the position sizing, the profit potential from let's say 245 and 960. You understand? I'm increasing the profit value of my trade, but I'm also removing the risk totally. Yes, I'm kicking myself in the nuts a little bit to lower my profit, but it's a risk-free trade. And that's the whole point here. DAX broke out at this level. I've got a pending order up here. I've got an order here, an order here. This one doesn't have a stop loss, but I'll easily put that in. I'm always at my station. Finally, EURUSD, I've locked this one in that I opened at the bottom when I released the trade alert. If you guys remember from the community, I released the trade alert. This is that trade alert. This is the trade. It's now in profit 10 euros. This one I will leave at the bottom. I don't mind. And the take profit is the 50% top to bottom. You get it? Now we're coming to the top here. What I want to do now is do this. Okay, so let's look at the 4-hour chart of EURUSD. You can see that there is support at the bottom side here. There is a little support level. This is not a really effective trade, FYI to everyone. The trade is not 200% valid, but if we break this trend line on the top side, that same trend line that made us lose on Monday and Tuesday, then we're going to see a big move towards the upside. Now, specific market knowledge is understanding that the NFP doesn't play such a big role, the specific numbers of the NFP. But what is very important for you guys to understand is the average hourly earnings. That's where the focus is now, because employment is maxed out in the US. People really don't give a crap if it drops down to 10,000 or 15,000 or 150,000. The move is not going to be that big. But if average hourly earnings are rising, that means people are hiring more quality work, if you get what I mean. Yeah, I will. I will move my mouse slower. So when average hourly earnings are rising, that means that they are hiring more quality work. That means more directors are being hired, better positions are being fulfilled, which means that companies are generally growing. New departments are opening up, things like this. But if that drops, then we got a problem. And then we're going to see a weaker dollar. On Euro USD side here, if I take this bottom side here and I use the levels, I'm just messing about with it, to be honest with you. I'm using the support from here, here, and then this range level straight here. I'm guessing that it could be a support. Now, if we go back in time, I don't want to go too back, but there's a support there, and then I'll go a bit more. There's one there for the bottom levels, and there's the close of it there. So it's not 200% concrete, but it should do its job. Very important for us to go over right now is the DXY. This is the US dollar index. We're going to go over the daily, and then we're going to go over the 4-hour too. So 4-hour, we really expected it to push up. It didn't. But as you see, it's dropping right now. Where's my tools, my little toolbox? And we could be forming a contraction. Okay, guys, look at this. There it is. You see that? We have a contraction. This is really important. But look at the daily now. The daily has come right up here. You see this major rejection zone? And that's all I care about, the current one, right? Because that's the market theme we're in. So we have a major rejection, and we have this, which tells us we are on the right side of the market when it comes to Euro USD buy. Okay? Now, if I go to AUD USD on the daily, you'll see that it's finding support here, and that take profit 1 was pretty much stagnant. You see that? We never went to take profit 2, so I'm happy that I came out of this. This trade is done. We should see a push up. Based on the DXY, which is the US dollar index, that means that we are probably going to see a weaker dollar. What I want to do now is quickly skip through the dollar and just see what's going on and what are the indications. Now, just by looking at this price range here, I see that there could be a possible contraction of price. You guys see that right here? You see that? Now let's check that on the 4-hour. And yeah, and there is one right there. See? So we can draw it like this, or we can draw it even from higher up here, but this is more than enough. So there's one trade right there for us. We can go along. But what is important here? It's pretty easy to say, oh yeah, let's go along. But what happens if we're wrong? Sure, this does look like a Grand Slam home run trade. It looks beautiful. It looks like, I mean, I'd even open another trade here. But the whole point is not to go too wild on exposure, especially that we have about how much? 11 minutes till the news. I will wait a little closer just in case we have shadows to the downside. The news is expected to come out better. So far, Euro USD indicating up, GBPUSD indicating up. And you guys can see the GBPUSD. You see the straight line of the Dow Chain channel? That's this support right here. You see that? And that's what we're after. That's what we're basically targeting here. Now, we need to understand our exit. The exit plan, that's the first thing I want you guys to focus on. The first thing, it's easy to spot a trade. And that's the only way we would enter one. Like now, GBPUSD, we just spotted a perfect trade. It looks great. DXY is telling us it's going to go down. Euro USD showing up. AUD USD at support. This one has a contraction leading to another key level. It's great. What most people do here is, it looks good. They have $3,000 on their account and they open 2 lots. What happens if we start seeing strong selling pressure 5, 4, 3, or 2 minutes before the news, and it starts going boom, 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 and now that $2,000 or $3,000, your balance is there, but your equity is already gone by 75%. Okay, so that's why we use structured position sizing. Structured position sizing means I've got 1,500 here. I can't open more than 1.5 lot. Yeah, I went a little bit more here. It's okay. I mean, it's my account. I get to do what I want. But the reason I did that was this one was already winning. It was in a profit. And this one here was in a profit. And then I moved my stop losses back and they got hit. There they are. Boom, boom. You see? And that's how my balance grew to that number. So that means that first of all, you do that. And second of all, you need to have specific rules. So the rule for me is 10%. And I really need to work with all of you guys. There's plenty of you here. I want to work with everyone on this and kind of create a specific structure for this. Now, I might expose myself a little bit more. I'm going to think about it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the 1 hour. Okay? So here on TradingView, we've got 4 hours, we've got daily. Daily agrees there should be a reversal. We are below the EMA, but what are we in? We are in a trading range. You understand? This is the market theme that we are in here. You guys see that? Top, bottom, coming to the top, coming to the bottom, coming, playing around. Next push, because we came back down here, should be to the top side here. Logically, that should be the push. So what I'm gonna do is first do this and locate my exit. My exit, how big is this? That's a very big exit. My exit, well, I'm gonna do that on 4 hour, but that would be the profit target eventually. Now we need to map out possibilities of price stopping somewhere. We're gonna do that later. There's no need for that now, but we need to come to the 4 hour and decide if there is any other key level that we could be targeting as a support. And there's one right here, this straight line. You see with the Dogecoin channel, it's so easy to do this because you just know that it was a support. Boom, you don't have to go all the way back. So we got that support mapped out there. Now we've got the pattern in, we're ready to go, and that would be our exit area right below that level there. So let's see how far that is and how this would work. So let's say if we enter right now, 57 pips. Now, what we said was we would target the top of the range, which would be 133, let's say 133, but it's really too far. Look at that, that's a huge, huge, huge rise. And that's something we don't want to be doing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the top. The last thing we wanna do is, go to the whipsaw of the market. 50% is there. Boom, there's the stop loss, about 50 pips, and the take profit. So you see the risk reward ratio is decent now. But to enter the trade, we come to the 1 hour chart. And you see this is exactly what I was telling you. Look, it pushed up strongly and then boom, it's coming right back down. Now, if you have just patience and if your hands are sweating right now and you're feeling anxious and you want to get in and you want to get out, forget about it. Just relax. Because look, see, there is a nice little resistance right there. You see that, right? And then we've got another one right here. Okay? So now we might be above, we might be testing this level. Let me just do it like this. Boom. Now what we want, 6 minutes to go, you see 36.10, so 6 minutes and 9 seconds now. What we are gonna do is we're gonna prepare a position. I'll show you what I'm gonna do. I am gonna open 1.15 lots, see that? So I'm using the first 3 digits of my number here, 1.15, more than enough for me to enter a trade. Now my exit, you guys remember what we said, would be below that key level. Now where is that key level? Because we're in the 1 hour, it's far away. Let's open up the 4. There it is, and that's basically the target Trading Central is telling us it should go to, based on their technical analysis. That's where our SL would be if we would go long. And we said our take profit would be right up there. So there is a few ways to do this. The first one is that I'm gonna wait a little bit just in case the market starts messing around. We don't have too much time to go over everything, and I don't have any CAD trades, so let me just quickly check the CAD, USD CAD, 4 hour. Looks like a reversal from this view, GBP CAD, out. It's out of a trading range. AUD CAD. I hope you all understood why I would buy, why I would be buying GBP USD. AUD CAD looks a little bit like the CAD might be weak, but I can't make that decision. There's too little time. So I'm gonna come back to Euro USD where I actually have a trade going. And we're gonna focus on the dollar because I guess the market impact could be a bit bigger there. Hey, doggy, 1 second. The dog climbed on me. Go down, dog. And there she comes again. So let's focus on GBP USD and see if there is something to be done here. We could be wrong. This is very important. Now, news trading can really make you money. So if you start rushing for the news, if you're rushing for the news, like now you're like, oh, I gotta enter. This looks like the best price. It most likely isn't the best price, and even if it is, it's okay. You don't have to be a perfectionist. I just created a really nice video that's gonna be shared with the community. It's uploaded to YouTube on the Prime Traders channel, and I'm gonna share it in the community soon. I just didn't have enough time. The other thing is going from a $200, $300 in profit and then coming down to 48. It's totally cool. It's fine as long as our view is correct. As long as as long as everything's intact and that our indications remain solid, that we are on the right side of the market, then we stay with it. Especially if the 1 hour chart, especially if the 1 hour chart is with us, and the 4 hour and the daily, we're totally fine. So you see this push came here, we locked this in. Now what we're waiting for is a possible trade on GBPUSD. Even if we lose money right now, it's totally okay. Now, to protect ourselves here, we've got the stop loss. Stop loss is in profit here. This one shouldn't be affected unless there is very bad news, then it could be. WTI shouldn't be affected. We're fine there, even though we're locked in profit. We got something locked in. And we're waiting on this one, 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go. So just give me a second, guys, because this dog is biting me. Hey, sit down. Okay. Be gone, dog. Okay, so 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Now let me explain this. Don't rush. The news, trading the news is a great time to make a nice profit. Just there's no point rushing. So you will probably see volatility increase in the last 2 minutes and maybe the spread too. But I really like Fondex because look at the spread. It's pretty tight. There is a commission involved on each trade. Let me just open up the commission. I think they don't have it, commission. So you see, I am paying a commission, but it's not that big. On 1.12 lots, it's $2.80. So I'll explain now. We broke this level, we closed up, and there is a little shadow here, but I'm gonna enter this trade. Boom, I'm in. I'm gonna go with my stop loss, and I'm gonna set it below this level here. Okay, 27 pips, 280 euros. What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna get this baby out, get the top, get the bottom. And there's two scenarios for me here. Get out at 50%, which lines up with, you see the straight line on the Dogecoin channel? Adds up to a previous support level. You get it? So I've got 49 pips, or I can target 61, or I can target 100. Now, because it's news, I'm gonna target 100, okay? Because it could drastically rise. That's my first target. But now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start becoming proactive towards what's happening. If, and I emphasize on if, I'm on the right side of this market, I'm just gonna increase this a little bit more to 30 pips. If I am on the right side of this market, what I want to do is start being proactive and understand where price action could stop and map out any specific levels where price action could halt, find the resistance, okay? Now you see, I told you, volatility is increasing slowly and price action is taking a down dive. So we have a few levels. We have this white one here. This one I will remove. This is our entry level. I entered because price action broke above this and was retesting it. It was above. Next up, what I'm doing is I'm looking for where I could get out. So I'm gonna use this and bring it closer. We have 38.2 as a possible support. Next one is 50. I want to zoom out a little bit and see where 50 lines up with, and you can do it like this just by putting a straight line. You can see support here, support there. See where my mouse is to the left, right here. Anyway, news is out in 2 seconds, so let's go. The point is we don't, okay, my EURUSD got stopped out and something else, I think WTI. The market's moving quite a bit. Let's see. The figures, I didn't see them because by the time you see them, it's already too late. Now we are making a retest of this trend line. You see that? Okay, my DAX got, oh no, my DAX got opened up. Come on. Let's see. So, bada bing, bada boom. So private non-farm payrolls rose quite a bit, but average hourly earnings dropped. You remember what I told you about our average hourly earnings, gentlemen? I told you that they're more important than the NFP. So the NFP went up 206K, but the average hourly earnings that were expected to come out at 0.3, they came out at 0.2, which is not that bad, by the way. So these figures are not that bad. So we could be on the wrong side of this market. We could be. Let's see. Let's go over this bad boy while we still have time. Okay, so it seems like we're gonna have to wait for something else to move this. It's not the NFP. We are in the trade. The market impact is pretty limited. It's not that big. I mean, this was already down, so the move was like 10 pips. Euro USD, check this out, coming right back up. I'll leave this one trade going, but I'm gonna turn this on here because I will not have that much time. I'll put it at 0.4, put it at 0.65, put it at 9.5, and I'll do it every 21 pips and raise it to 11. Boom, and look at this. Now, if this comes 21 pips in profit, it's gonna start compounding by itself. That's the really nice thing here. Now, very quickly, we don't have too much time. This is looking good. We still are, remember, at that resistance zone. You see that? We still are there. Now what I want to do is check GBPUSD on the 4-hour and see that there is a valid breakout happening. It's not 200% there, but it seems like it is valid, but I can't really see it that well. I mean, ideally, this is what we would see, something like this. And then on the 1-hour, it made its retest and it's going up. But the news, 0.3, you see, for them to increase the economy, so the Fed would basically, so inflation can rise, which is their main target. It's not employment anymore. Employment doesn't help. I mean, they can add on 1 million jobs every month. It's really not going to help. The only thing that's going to help is if average hourly earnings continue to rise, and they are not rising that much. 0.2, I mean, they're lagging behind employment, and that's really not good. And that's why I believe we will see a weaker USD, and why I'm still a seller of dollars. So yeah, I guess that's it. Did you guys learn something good? Let's see the DAX. The DAX, look, popped in right here, retested this level and the EMA. Let's see how it ends though, 26 minutes. So for everyone to understand, the next 26 minutes will be vital to any of our trades. Vital. This next 26 minutes will tell us if we're on the right side or we're not on the right side. Or there's basically 3 probabilities here. The market could go up in our favor and say, hey guys, you did the right call. You're on the right side. You're winning money. You can lock in your profits and be, just go enjoy the rest of the day. That's 1. 2, our trades can fail. Then we're going to close early. If we see prices coming slower, lower, especially closer to the end of the candle, remember what I'm saying. Closer to the end of the candle, 1H, 1 hour, 25 minutes. When we come down to the 10 minutes and we see this pushing really hard down, I'm going to get out. I'm going to get out of this trade earlier and not take a 318 euro loss. I'll take a 200 euro loss. And then if I see a reason to re-enter up or maybe down, then I'll very easily recover that. Do you get it? Your mission here is profits, money, cash flow. That's what you want. There is no way in hell that we're going to spend all this fucking time, sorry for swearing, just to get my emphasis across that this is important. So when I swear, that means it's really important. So yeah, we're not going to spend all of this time on checking the charts, trading, blah, 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 just to waste fucking money. We come here every week for a profit. Monday, I didn't have a profit, took a loss. Tuesday, I didn't have a profit, I took a loss. Wednesday, I took a loss. Today, I'm green. I'm done. I made more than 10% on this account, almost 20% on the other account, and 6% on the biggest account. Overall, by Wednesday, I was already down over 15,000 euros. Over 15,000 euros. Right now, we're sitting in a really big profit of probably double of that. I didn't check it. But yeah, so 24 minutes. We don't have enough time to spend this, to wrap this up together, guys. In 6 minutes, the session is going to be over. But I hope that you guys, all of you, are learning something. There's Euro USD slowly back in a profit. Well, in a profit. The DAX with a very nice rejection here. So now we have 3 positions. And guess what? This one, the biggest one, I'm going to let it run. This one is getting out to the next key level, which is here. And this one is getting out in the next key level. Now, stop losses are coming into play because I'm going to go enjoy my day. But yeah, as you can see, profits are rising. GBPUSD is there. Euro USD is there. DAX is going down. And WTI is bada bing, bada boom, going down. And our pending order can be reached pretty quick. 23 minutes to go. We have a nice profit. I hope this helped in one way or another. I'll let you guys ask some questions now. There's 5 minutes to go, so shoot some questions. Really, just ask me. Tell me, Dennis, check this, check that. Go on, you know, whatever you guys got. Let's check GBP/CAD. GBP/CAD is up. So the Canadian data, oh, it probably didn't come out that bad. EURUSD. Oh, look at EURUSD. Look at EURUSD. So when we see something like this and we see this beautiful little thing forming, we see what? We see this, right? You guys agree with me? There it is. Then we get this bottom and we see this, right? Right? Yes, we do. So let's get this. Let's get here. And guess what we have? 38.2. I would actually be buying EURUSD. How did the news come out? Let's check that too. Un momento, por favor. The employment in Canada, employment change rose, but, well, oh, you see the previous. This is very important when you guys are checking the news. So this month it went up 34.5K instead of the 15 expectation, but the previous was downgraded to 2.2K, minus 2.2K. Okay. The employment rate dropped though, which is good. So we're gonna keep this in our watch list. EURUSD, I'll make it orange, and I'll keep it in my watch list. Profits are messing about, going up and down, up and down, up and down. So we'll wait a little bit more. 22 minutes to go. No need to rush on anything. We're A-okay for now. And even if we close out now, we ended the week much higher than we were supposed to, which is always great. Since nobody has any questions, I'm gonna cut this session. It's over. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the community in a bit. In the community, I'm gonna be updating all of these trades, by the way. That's all I've got for you. If you come up with any questions, shoot me a voice message on WhatsApp. I'll give you my number in the community, or just a message if you can. That's all I've got. Thank you very much. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.